Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got the biggest what-if trades that almost happened. So this article on Bleacher Report, man, we're going to check this out. But before we do, guys, if you are new to the channel or you're not subscribed for whatever reason, guys, please hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 100K subscribers. And also, man, if you don't mind, hit that like button. And also comment down below, guys, did you watch the entire video, guys? I'm very curious how many people actually do watch the entire video. Let me know in the comment section below if you are one of those people. Okay, here we go. So Scottie Pippen, oh my God, Scottie Pippen with the Seattle Supersonics in 1994. Yo, how exactly would this not only affect Michael Jordan's career, but really just the Chicago Bulls' legacy as a whole, man? Because you're looking at Scottie Pippen, the Rain Man, and Gary Payton. Like, who's scoring on that team? I don't think anybody. I mean, maybe once or twice, you might get like a few layups, a few free throws here and there, but that would have been absolutely deadly to watch, guys. Damn, man. Scottie Pippen to the Seattle Supersonics. So we got 13 trades here to go through. All right. Next up, we got... What the... We could have had AI in damn 2002? Bro, we could have had Iverson in 2002. You gave us damn old head Iverson with the damn 2010. Man, bro. Pistons... keep on missing. They keep on missing, guys. We literally could have had the answer in 2002. I mean, I will say this, you know, Chauncey Billups for Allen Iverson, that trade, what was it? It was like late, it was like 2010 around that time, I think 2009. That did essentially destroy the Detroit Pistons. Now, I'm not saying that was Iverson's fault. It's just that that was the beginning of the end. I mean, I think, you know, if that didn't have happened, they still would have fell off because a lot of the players out there were just getting older and stuff, man. But, you know, that did not work, that team. But this would have been essentially, we would have got Iverson instead of Richard Hamilton. And then who knows, we would have got Rasheed Wallace. Who knows who we would have drafted in 2003. I mean, we probably still would have went for Darko, knowing, you know, us out there, man. But not like now I'm sitting here thinking, a team of Chauncey Billups, prime Iverson, you know, assuming we still kept Tayshaun Prince. Maybe, you know, Iverson could have talked Joe Dumars into, you know, some actual sense out there, drafted, you know, Chris Bosh, and then eventually Ben Wallace. You know, no, Ben Wallace on the team already. Oh, no, we're going to get Ben Wallace. My God, man. Like, we would never got Richard Hamilton, which I love Rip. Like, Rip's one of my favorite players of all time. So, but at the same, man, that just sounds so interesting. Or, if we would have, you know, still got Rasheed, but maybe we would have drafted Carmelo Anthony, and then would have been Iverson, Carmelo with Chauncey Billups. And, yeah, I mean, we've seen Iverson with Carmelo before, and it didn't quite work out. So, I will say that team would have been awesome to watch. But the same reason I don't get too mad about 2003, about the draft, is because we ended up getting a championship out of it. Now, who knows? We could have won 2, 3, 4, or 5 rings. But we got one. We know that for a fact. I'll take the ring, guys. I'll take the ring. Okay, what else? We got Kobe Bryant for LeBron James back in 2006. Yo, that would have been, like, blockbuster trade of the damn century, guys, of the whole entire NBA. So it looks like it would have been essentially just like a mega swap. So yeah, James was 22 at the time. We all know Kobe Bryant was just, you know, top player in the NBA. I don't know who else would have been involved in the trade, but, you know, that would have really sucked for Kobe, you know, just getting traded to Cleveland. He would have had to really just carry the franchise all by himself, although that's what LeBron James did essentially too. But no, it seems like Kobe never really did want to get traded. The guy just seemed like a Laker for life, guys. Like, I know there was stints where he talked about getting traded. I think one team was like the Chicago Bulls, but I think a lot of that was just to put pressure on management, you know, to make sure they made some moves out there, you know, getting guys like Paul Gasol and stuff. But yeah, as far as this goes, I mean, I don't know if it would have changed history all that much, in the sense that, you know, great player on Cleveland. Okay, we saw that. Great player on the Lakers. Okay, we saw that too. So, but no, I mean, obviously their paths would have been changed a lot. I don't think Kobe would have stayed in Cleveland long term. LeBron, you know, chances are he probably never goes to the Miami Heat in that case if he's already on the Lakers. So that would have been interesting. So I kind of want to do a rebound on that now. Okay, next up we got what? Okay, man, Kobe Bryant to the Detroit Pistons. We could have Kobe and Iverson. No, I mean, honestly, I've heard about this one before. Kobe didn't want to play in Detroit. I'm not going to talk bad about Kobe. I understand, you know, there's players out there that are just big market players, and Detroit is not a big marketplace. Like, and not to mention that was the team that did beat his Lakers back in 2004. So from a competitive standpoint, you could also understand why Kobe would not want to be part of the franchise. But bro, that would have been so much fun to watch. That would have been so much fun to watch. Kobe Bryant on the Detroit Pistons. Once again, though, no, I'll take Kobe. This is not the same as Iverson. I would have took Kobe. I would have took Kobe no matter what. Especially because it was 2007, not before the champion. It would have been after the championship. We got Kevin Garnett to the Lakers back in 2007. So, essentially this would have been KG replacing Pau Gasol. Now, I actually thought Pau Gasol was like the perfect player with Kobe. Those two just seem to really work off each other. Now, Kevin Garnett, though, big ticket and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to say the Celtics obviously never won the championship or anything like that. But Kevin Garnett with Kobe Bryant, two of the most tenacious players in NBA history. I'm very curious, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you actually think that would work? Or do you, like I said, because I know Kobe and Shaq had a fallout. A lot of that is because, they're kind of opposite mentality-wise. I mean, Shaq, I'm not saying Shaq's lazy, but Shaq definitely got away with being dominant based off his body, and his strength and stuff like that. Where Kobe, I'm not saying Kobe's unathletic or nothing, but, Kobe, the reason he got to his level was because of just being the hardest worker on the court or in the gym every single time. And I'm not saying Shaq didn't do that stuff too, but Kevin Garnett definitely is more in that same realm of mindset as Kobe Bryant, where this guy just out-hustled everybody. Like, obviously Kevin Garnett's very athletic, but he wasn't, like, off the charts compared to anybody else. It was just all mentality. So that couldn't work together. It also, if you have too many alpha dogs in the locker room, bad things can happen too. But that would have been a fun one to watch for sure. Next up, we got Dwayne Wade to the Bulls in 2008. Okay, yeah, I kind of heard about this one a few times. We all know he went to the Chicago Bulls eventually. But that was in his older age. And, we played with Jimmy Butler, and that was just kind of a mess. I think Rondo was on that team too, and there was a lot of drama. But, yeah, this would have been a little bit prior to that. It says they would offer up like Joakim Noah, Cephalosha, and Drew Gooden, while Miami could rebuild around Derrick Rose, Michael Beasley. Okay, so they would have actually ended up trading away Derrick Rose to get Dwayne Wade out there. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy this one didn't happen. I mean, if it would have saved Derrick Rose from big-time injuries, then yeah, of course you want to see it because that would have changed his history and stuff too. But, no, I'm kind of happy how this one kind of worked out. I don't think this really needed to happen. Now, I've also heard about, like, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade joining up on there too. That would have been kind of interesting for sure. But, no, this is fine. Okay, next up, we got Murray Stoudemire to the Warriors for Steph Curry in 2009. Oh, my God, yo. I've heard so many Steph Curry trades. Like, there was one where he was supposed to go to the Bucks, I think, for Bogut. Like, it was supposed to be him instead of Monte Ellis. We got this one right here of him going to the Suns instead of that, which, eventually you're probably looking at Steph Curry and Devin Booker on the same team together. That would have been a lot of fun. Of course, the Suns probably would have been today's Golden State Warriors, assuming they would have drafted correctly in other places and stuff like that, because that's a big part. Like, Curry obviously is a big part of the Warriors. But also, again, Draymond Green, getting Klay Thompson is a big reason why that team became a dynasty. It's not just because of Curry. Meanwhile, Amari Stoudemire, by the way, that's not Stoudemire in that picture. I don't know who the hell that is. I think I do know who that is. I can't remember his name, but he looks familiar. But is his last name Hunter? I don't know. I could be wrong about that. But, yeah, Amari Stoudemire was great for the Phoenix Suns, him and Steve Nash. Once Steve Nash went to the Lakers and all that, and, Amari went to the Knicks, had injury issues. He just was never really the same player. It was a lot of fun to watch. But, yeah, obviously the Warriors dodged a bullet on this one, just with what Amari Stoudemire ended up becoming in his NBA career. With this, we got Tyson Chandler to the Thunder. So, it says Hornets dealt Tyson to the OKC Thunder in a peer salary dump, getting back the expiring contracts of Chris Wilcox and Joe Smith. The deal was done, agreed to, called in the league office and announced, and then Chandler failed his Thunder physical. How the hell you do that, man? So, yeah, it would have been Kevin Durant, Russell. They would have drafted James Harden and Serge Ibaka that June. Now, you got to think about this part of it. If they had Tyson Chandler, they might not have ever gotten Serge Ibaka. Because Serge Ibaka obviously is a defensive-oriented type of power forward, and if they already have the defense, locked up with Tyson Chandler in the middle, they might have went a different direction with this. So by doing that, it might have been, it got to the point where if they didn't hold Serge Ibaka, they could have signed James Harden to that contract he wanted, and they would never had to trade him over to the Houston Rockets. Now maybe eventually they end up giving that money to Tyson instead of Serge Ibaka if he's no longer on the team. But that's just something to think about here, guys. Like, you got to think about the butterfly effect of if they would have got Tyson Chandler in the first place. But no, I loved Tyson back when he played, with Chris Paul. Him with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, that would have been a lot of fun to watch. Okay, here we got Amari Stoudemire to the Cavaliers in 2010. This would have been nice to see. Obviously, the biggest issue with the Cleveland Cavaliers around that time, before he went to the Miami Heat, was that they just did a piss-poor job of building around LeBron James. He had, like, Mo Williams old-ass Shaquille O'Neal, washed-up Antoine Jameson, Sasha Pavlovich, I think Jamario Moon, Anderson Varejao was fine. Big Z retired eventually. Yeah, who knows, man? Like maybe a move like this shows a sign of good faith that, hey, LeBron, we're trying out here. And that's why they lost him the first time. They just didn't try hard enough. I think Mark Stoudemire might have maybe changed that up a little bit. Here we got Chris Paul to the Lakers in 2011. Yeah, we all know this was eventually vetoed because at the time, I think it was the Pelicans I guess the Hornets. They were owned by the NBA because they were going through a management change. And David Stern ended up vetoing the trade, which I think is still really unfair. Because, like, I don't know, I just find it really unfair. But regardless, you know, Chris Paul ended up going to the Clippers. That was fun to watch. But yeah, watching Chris Paul with Kobe Bryant, that would have been absolutely dominant. Then eventually, you know, if they get Dwight Howard still, who knows how Chris Paul would have affected Dwight Howard's game. Maybe he would have kept him on the superstar path. Having Pau Gasol and stuff like that too would have been great. Okay. Next up. Yeah, what year did they get Pau Gasol? I'm trying to like remember. That was like that was definitely before this time, but I'm just trying to think, like, what year was it? I don't remember. What year did the Pau Gasol trade happen, man? Next up, we got Kevin Love to the Warriors for Klay Thompson. Yeah, like, this one's not... I mean, obviously, Klay Thompson means a lot to the Warriors, but essentially, you know, Kevin Love was still playing really good basketball. I think he would have, because he would have been the second option on the Warriors. I feel like him and Steph Curry really still would have worked out a lot too. Then you got Draymond Green out there, so Kevin Love, you're looking at him at the power forward, and then probably Draymond at the 3 spot. But then again, you know, maybe they decide not to start Draymond Green, and he really just doesn't develop to be the great player that he became over the years, right, guys? So yeah, once again, I would say they probably avoided disaster on this one. Nothing against Kevin Love, but, you know, I'm just saying Klay Thompson's been that perfect for the Golden State Warriors. And then, but at the same time, it's like, you know, Wiggins never gets traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. LeBron and Wiggins, you know, that's how they start the season. That team probably not getting to the finals. It's just one of those things there, man. Like, you don't really know. Like, these what-ifs are absolutely crazy. Paul George to the Cavaliers back in 2017. Yes, I did remember hearing about this. I think it was actually, they were supposed to be, they wanted to pair him with LeBron James and Kevin Love. With Kyrie and LeBron, the cost of Kevin Love. Okay, I thought it was actually Kyrie they were supposed to trade away. But no, it would have been Paul George, LeBron, and Kyrie Irving. That team is winning the NBA Finals. Assuming they all work things out, that would have been a lot of fun to watch. Kyrie to the Bucks in 2017. Did not hear about this one. But to this day, you know, we'll see if it says what the trade's looking like again. It says the Bucks offered Chris Middleton and Malcolm Brogdon to Cleveland for Irving. So I actually think this would have been perfect for both sides. Brogdon and Middleton would have been perfect players for LeBron James. Just really solid, low ego not role players. I'm sorry, really all-star caliber players. Mainly Chris Middleton. Malcolm Brogdon could definitely get there. That would have worked out a lot better than the one that ended up being like Isaiah Thomas and then getting like signed to Wayne Wade like that. That team just was kind of gross to watch. But this right here, you know, knowing obviously Kyrie is better than having those players, but knowing what ended up happening, this would have been a fantastic trade. Plus Kyrie and Giannis, you know, sign me up for that. And that is the end of the article there, guys. So a lot of these trades, man, I mean, obviously they never happened, but let me know in the comment section below which one do you want to see the most.